So for my final project, I will be walking you through the TODO web app I developed. Some of the project requirements and success criteria. Requirements are creating a web application. Specifically, I chose to do a to-do app. I'll be using the MERN stack, which is MongoDB, Express, React, and Node.js. And then I will be deploying the app to the AWS servers. We'll succeed by successfully using the AWS deployed version of the app to register an account with the web app and use all the features implemented. Some design and architecture. Here we have the flow of the architecture. We have our server side, our server.js file, which houses our different APIs, including register, login, a to-do get and post, and then to-do with an accompanying ID put and delete. We also is where they talk to MongoDB, and we have our MongoDB URL. We also have our public side, which has our app.jsx and the transpiled app, transpile, which is pure JavaScript version of it. But on public side, we have our login UI, which uses the login API, our register UI, which uses our register API, and our to-do list UI, which uses our various to-do and to-do ID APIs. Here I also have a picture of the other files involved, including our GitHub workflow file, different Docker file, Docker ignore, Babel config, readme our package.jsons, and our index.html and our CSS where we kind of spruce up the UI. Here we have a link to our GitHub repo, which we can pull up, where we can push all the code, and we have a working and functional CI/CD pipeline with various jobs upon push, including say have Node, configuring your AWS credentials, logging in, building your Docker image, deploying to the Elastic Beanstalk web app, and then waiting to make sure you get a green, healthy environment. Some challenges, opportunities, and add-on features. Some challenges faced were certain modules not being in the Docker image for AWS defined. So what we had to end up doing was adding them specifically into the Docker file to be installed specifically, connecting to the online MongoDB Atlas. There were just a lot of hoops to jump through there, including whitelisting your IPs, but we were able to overcome that. And creating logic to have stored data associated with a user in our database. Personally, I'm just more used to simple adding data and retrieving it, so this was a bit of a challenge that I was able to overcome. Some different features we can add in the future are allowing the user to create tabs and folders within the to-do list for more organization, adding a priority feature just so next to different features, you can say if they're high, medium, or low priority and grouping them in that way. And then being able to just customize the text more, size, color, adding it, bold, italics, etc. So now we'll go on to the project demo and I'll walk you through all the different features of the web app. So we're going to follow our AWS link, which will take us right here. We can also look at the environment and this link will take us right here. But here, we can start off by registering. We will just go John Wilson, we'll do a dummy a@gmail.com and give it a dummy password. Okay, now we're in the to-do UI. We can add our different tasks to our to-do list. So we can clean garage, make dinner, and we can go to the gym. Now, once you have your list, you can cross them off once you have finished them, or if you decide you don't want to do them anymore, you can completely remove them. So we'll just leave one to log back in and see later. So we will log out, and we'll register with a new one, Jane, and we'll do b@gmail.com. for her to-do list, we will just say see parents, add, undone. We'll just leave that in there and we'll log out. Now we'll log in. Now at gmail.com, we will log in as John Wilson and see that his to-do list is exactly how he left it. And we can log in as Jane Wilson and see her to-do list is exactly how we left it. Now we can try, let's go, yeah. It will throw you an error if you try to log in without registering, so you always have to register first in this app. Now, we've done the project demo. Final remarks. My final remarks I like to mention are how I was able to use the different weeks of lectures and projects to help me fully implement this app, and I've been able to accumulate a lot of knowledge to make this work. And exactly what I want to get out of this class, I will be able to use all these different features in the future to improve my schoolwork and my job performance. Thank you.